Hello friends, in plant physiology we are studying transpiration, and to the previous lecture we already studied definition of transpiration, then types of transpiration and structure of stomata. Today now we are going to study mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. We already studied structure of stomata, and we know that such stomata, see this is stomata. Stomata is minute pore on epidermis. In surface view, such stomata look like this. This is a pore, and such pore or opening, this is the opening, and opening is guarded by two kidney shaped cells, and these cells are called guard cells. And outside the guard cell there are other subsidiary cells. We already studied that. One more thing about this guard cell is that the inner wall of these guard cells, see these walls of these guard cells are thick, and outer walls are thin. Understand? Outer walls are thin. Then what happened during opening and closing of stomata? When these cells absorb water from neighboring cells, then these cells become turgid. These guard cells become turgid, and when these cells become turgid, these cells become concave. These cells become concave, and such opening stomata get open. And when these cells lose water, understand? Stomata get closed. This is about opening, how stomata open and how close. Then problem arises that how and when get stomata open and how and when get stomata closed. Therefore, to study this, today we are going to study mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. There are two theories regarding or to explain the mechanism of opening and closing of stomata, and these theories are, the first theory is Stewart's hypothesis. Stewart's hypothesis, and second is potassium ion pump theory. Understand? There are two theories regarding opening and closing of stomata, such as Stewart's hypothesis and potassium ion pump theory. First we discuss about Stewart's hypothesis. According to such theory, or such theory is proposed by scientist Stewart in 1964. This theory, Stewart hypothesis, was proposed by scientist Stewart in 1964. According to him, during night time, starch is present in these cells, and we know that starch is insoluble And as the starch is insoluble, the osmotic pressure of such guard cell is low. Therefore, these guard cells not absorb water. Understand? These guard cells remain flaccid during night time. But during daytime, see, this is Stewart's hypothesis. According to Stewart's hypothesis, during night time, starch is present in guard cell. Starch is insoluble. Therefore, osmotic pressure of these guard cells not increases, and guard cells not absorb water, and stomata get closed. But during daytime, such starch combine with inorganic phosphate and form glucose 1-phosphate. Such starch combine with inorganic phosphate. And form glucose 1-phosphate. Understand? During daytime, such starch combine with inorganic phosphate and form glucose 1-phosphate. Then what happened? In presence of enzyme phosphoglucomutase, glucose 1-phosphate is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. In presence of enzyme phosphoglucomutase, such glucose 1-phosphate is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. Understand? Then such glucose 6-phosphate converted into glucose and inorganic phosphate. Such glucose 6-phosphate is converted into glucose and inorganic phosphate. Means here glucose is formed in guard cell, and we know that glucose is water soluble. Therefore, such glucose dissolved in guard cell, and as the glucose dissolved in guard cell, osmotic pressure of guard cell is increases, and water enters into guard cell from neighboring cell, and guard cells become turgid, and there is opening of stomata. There is stomata get open, or there is opening of stomata. Then during night time, such glucose is converted into glucose 1-phosphate in presence of enzyme hexokinase. Such glucose is converted into glucose 1-phosphate, and finally such glucose 1-phosphate converted into starch, and we know that starch is insoluble in water. As the starch is insoluble in water, osmotic pressure of guard cell decreases, and these guard cells lose water, and stomata get closed. Understand? This is the Stewart's hypothesis. Then we discuss about second theory, such as potassium ion pump theory or K-ion pump theory. Such potassium ion pump theory was proposed by scientist Leavitt. Such theory was proposed by scientist Leavitt in 1974. In 1974, Leavitt proposed this theory, potassium ion pump theory. According to this theory, here, suppose this is guard cell, and these are subsidiary cell or epidermal cell. Understand? This is guard cell and this is subsidiary cell. Similarly, this line is also, or these two lines, means this line and this line is same. Understand? Then what happened in guard cell and what happened in subsidiary cell? What happened in guard cell and what happened in subsidiary cell? See, here this part is of guard cell and this part is of subsidiary cell. Understand? This part is of guard cell and this part is of subsidiary cell. During daytime, starch is present in guard cell. Then such starch, in presence of light, such starch is converted into malic acid. Then such malic acid split into malate ion and hydrogen ion. Such malic acid split into malate ion and hydrogen ion. It means that hydrogen ion is formed. At the same time, potassium ion is present in epidermal cell. See, this is guard cell, this is epidermal cell. At the same time, potassium ion is present in guard cell, in epidermal cell. Then what happened? There is exchange of ion. Hydrogen ion is given to epidermal cell. And potassium ion is given to guard cell. And when such potassium ion enters in guard cell, it combines with malate ion. Such potassium ion combine with malate ion and form potassium malate. Such potassium malate is soluble in water. And such potassium malate dissolved in water, dissolved in cytoplasm of guard cell, and osmotic pressure of guard cell is increases. As the osmotic pressure of guard cell is increases, water enters in guard cell and guard cell become turgid and stomata get open. Understand? Then during night time, what happened? Such potassium malate split into malate ion and potassium ion. At the same time, H ion is present in epidermal cell. Then there is exchange of ions. Hydrogen ion is given to guard cell and potassium ion is given to epidermal cell. Then malate ion combines with hydrogen ion, and form malic acid, and we know that such malic acid is insoluble in water, and therefore osmotic pressure of guard cell is decreases and guard cell lose water, and as the guard cell lose water, stomata get closed. Understand? Stomata get closed. This is about in this way stomata get closed and open, or there are these two theories explain the mechanism of opening and closing of stomata. This is about opening and closing of stomata. Then we discuss about factors affecting transpiration. Then significance of such transpiration. Similarly, transparent or anti-transparent guttation and exudation to the next lecture. Thank you.